My name is Simon Springfield, and I am the king of all things talk, and I have another great video for you today. Former gang leader Larry Hoover sentence commuted by President Trump. Now everybody in the black community happy and cool, and he's not getting out of prison. He got his federal sentence commuted. He still has 150 to a 200-year state sentence. And he's been denied parole back in 1993. Don't know if they're going to bring him back up for parole and release him some deal that they got out. But everybody's happy and up in arms. Why does the black community love to celebrate drug dealers and killers that hurt the community more than the white man does? Let's get into the video.
We begin with breaking news. He was once one of the most notorious gangsters in Chicago. Tonight, President Trump is commuting the federal sentence of Gangster Disciples co-founder Larry Hoover.
Suzanne Lemonnier is in our newsroom. Suzanne, this move doesn't mean he'll be getting out of prison.
Erica Joe, legal experts see this as a potential hollow victory. Now, while Hoover may be released from federal prison, he still has a 200-year state sentence, for which a parole board has already denied early release. In 1993, Hoover spoke to former CBS News Chicago reporter John Davis, and at that time, Hoover was 42 years old and had already served 20 years in prison.
I've done my time. I paid my debt to society.
That was Larry Hoover, more than 3 decades ago. At that time, the leader of the Gangster Disciples and convicted murderer told our John Davis he had a lot of time to think.
So in 1973, I think he was convicted of murdering somebody. He was sentenced to 150 to 200 years. And then in, I think, 1997, he caught new charges, and he was given a federal sentence of life. Let's give you a background. In the 70s, he started the Gangster Disciples. So, what I'm trying to say to you, him and what he created have killed more niggas than the Klan, have killed more niggas than the police, and the black community just be happy. Oh, but like I said, he's not free yet. So stop being happy for the bone you was thrown.
Think about ways to stop the gang violence on the streets of Chicago.
One teenager don't like the other teenager because the way he wears his hat, because his ideology is different from his. A disciple don't like a vice lord. We all black people. There's no difference.
At that time, Hoover, also known as King Larry, admitted being part of a fragile gang truce in the city and organizing a protest over plans to close healthcare clinics in African-American neighborhoods. Ron Safer, the lead prosecutor in Hoover's federal trial, reacts to news Hoover's life sentence has been commuted by President Trump.
I was disappointed. I do not think that this is an appropriate end to the Larry Hoover story, at least the federal part of it.
Safer says Hoover was perhaps the most notorious criminal the state of Illinois has ever known.
He was convicted of running a continuing criminal enterprise that had approximately 30,000 members across 28 states.
Here's why he sound dumb as fuck. If a gang spreads, right, you can't be the head of it, stupid. That's just dumb shit white people say. I can only be in control of the niggas around me. You just said he had 30,000 members over 28 states. He can't run all that. That's not his criminal enterprise. You sound stupid, but other white people and other dumb people will believe you and believe what you say because what the whites say is right in America, but he's totally wrong.
Selling over $100 million worth of drugs in the state of Illinois alone.
So if he ran all that, right, and he sold $100 million worth of drugs in the state of Illinois alone, he should still be worth about 50, 60, 70, 80, 100 million, right? He should still have that money because he was the head of this fucking enterprise and he's been in prison, so he couldn't have spent this money. So we should be able to look on the Forbes list because Pablo and all other drug dealers was on the Forbes list. We should look on the Forbes list and see Larry Hoover, right? We won't, because this motherfucker full of shit. And white motherfuckers will look you in the face just like you looking the camera in the face, and they will fucking lie to you, brother.
Each year. And he ran that entire operation with ruthless efficiency from prison, where he was serving a state sentence for double murder.
Safer also told us about Hoover being recorded.
Now, he said he ran that for prison for years. Like I said, this man should be worth hundreds of millions of dollars. His kids should be living the Bill Gates kids lifestyle, right? Where is it? It's not there. It doesn't exist. It's white man full of shit. But I believe this is a wasted pardon. Don't get me wrong. I'm not here cheering for Larry Hoover. I'm just saying that white dude full of shit.
Saying teenagers needed to sell drugs for his criminal organization. The recording was made a year after the Gangster Disciple leader was interviewed on CBS Chicago.
There was another tape where Larry Hoover said, you have to share your drugs with these children. And I'm talking about 12 years old, 13 years old, 14 years old, so that they can sell it and they can have something. And he said, make them know that with you, they are somebody. And without you, they are nobody.
Meantime, shortly after the commutation announcement, Hoover's son posted this picture on Instagram. That's a White House official holding a copy of the commutation. Hoover's attorneys say they're thrilled he's going to be released from federal custody, but again, he still has a 200-year sentence to serve for his crimes in Illinois. In the newsroom, Suzanne Lomignon.
So we know how this is going to turn out. Yeah, Trump pardoned him from his federal case, but he still has a 200-year sentence in the state. So I'm pretty sure the state is going to link up with the federal and they going to railroad this man unless Trump have some type of plan to get this man out of prison. Like I always say, I present you with the facts. I give you my opinion on those facts. If you like how I do that, click that like, share, subscribe, hit the bell, click all so you can get notifications every time I drop one of these videos. If you're a supporter of the channel, much love and respect goes out to you. I salute. And if you're one of these haters out here, cut the shit. That part.